Hi guys, this is Mr. Hassel with another music theory lesson. Today we're on lesson 41 of Unit 10. Today we're going to be talking about the dotted eighth note. Remember, a dot after a note increases its length by 1/2 of the original value. So if you think for a minute, take a whole note. If a whole note gets 4 counts and a dot adds half that value, then a dotted whole note would get 6 counts. Think about a half note. Half of a half note is a quarter note, is 1, so a dotted half note would get 3 counts. A quarter note gets 1 count, half of that would be a half, so a dotted quarter would get 1 1/2. Going on down, that brings us to today, dotted eighth notes. An eighth note is equal to 2 16th notes. We know that already. Adding a dot to an eighth note increases its value by 1/4 of a beat, or a 16th note. It's like tying an eighth note and a 16th note together. So here we have a dotted eighth note is equal to 3 16th notes. In 2/4, 3/4, and 4/4 time, a dotted eighth note equals 3/4 of a beat. So here we have a dotted half note. If you used a tie, it would look like that, equals 3 beats. A dotted quarter gets 1 1/2 beats. A dotted eighth would get 3/4 of a beat, or it would be equal to 16th note, 3 16th notes. A dotted eighth is usually followed by a 16th notes. Over here are 3 different ways of writing the same rhythm. 1, 2, ready, go. 1, 2, 1, 2. That's writing it with ties. Here it is with flags. 1, 2, ready, go. 1, 2, 1, 2. And here it is with beams. 1, 2, ready, go. 1, 2, 1, 2. I think by far this way is probably the easiest way to see it, wouldn't you agree? Number 1, write the counts under the following example and then clap the rhythm. So we are in 4/4 time. Let's write the counts out. So here's 1, 2, we can put the ands in between there, that's okay. 3 and 4 and. Now right here, if these get 3/4 of a beat, if you think of 4 16th notes, this would be 1 E and a. So this would be 1, 2, 3 and 4 and. That's on the end of 4. Then 1, 2, 3 and 4 and 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's clap that rhythm together. 1, oh, sorry, I just hit my camera. 1, 2, ready, go. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2, 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. Number 2, we're going to add bar lines to the examples. So this one is in 3/4 time. This right here all adds up to 1 count. So this would be beat 1, beat 2, beat 3. Your first bar line would go right here. This gets 1 count. This adds up to 1 count. And this adds up to 1 count. So your next bar line would go there. Okay, let's clap that rhythm together. 1, ready, go. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2 E and 3 and 1 E and 2 and 3. To B, we're in 2/4 time. Let's draw our bar lines. So this adds up to 1. This gets 1. So our first bar line would go here. This adds up to 1 count. This gets 1 count. Next bar line goes there. This gets 1 count. This gets 1 count. And our last bar line would go there. Let's clap this rhythm together. 1, 2, ready, go. 1 and 2 and 3, 4 and 1 and 2 and 1 E and 2. Sorry, I think I counted the wrong beat there, but I clapped the right rhythm. Number 3, complete the measure by adding a note or rest above each arrow. And they've written above here what they want us to write. So we're in 4/4 time. We're going to have to fill in 1 rest here. So this gets 1 count. This plus this gets 1 count. So that adds up to 2. So we would need a half rest. Remember, a half rest sits on top of the line. Next measure, they want a rest and a note. So remember, 4/16 notes adds up to 1 count. This would get 1 count. This would be a half count. So we would need an 1/8 rest and a quarter note. Next measure, this gets 1. This adds up to 1. So we would need a half note. This concludes our lesson for today. Thank you for watching.